with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? Happy to be with you tonight. Hey Roxanne, hey Lou, hey John, hey Mima. How is everybody doing? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me. I hope you all are doing awesome. I have had quite a week and it's just started, right? Well, Saturday was the last day of 28 days of Halloween projects. I had the best time. Lots and lots of fun. And since that finished, I have been like a busy bee. So I have lots of information. Hey Clem, thanks for joining us. I have lots of information to talk to you guys about. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do a little bit of housekeeping. Hey Joyce, thanks for joining. Yay, I'm happy to have you here. If you guys haven't hit the thumbs up, I would appreciate that if you have time to click the thumbs up for me. And let's start talking about my paper piecing projects. So I just finished 28 Days of Halloween. They started, I believe, on the 27th of August, and they finished on the 23rd of September. So 4 full weeks, 7 days a week, there was another video on YouTube. And hey Sherry, thanks for joining us. Hey Mom. And so of the projects that had paper piecing patterns, I went ahead and put them together into a PDF. So the PDF is available in my store. It will also be linked on every single Halloween project from these last 28 days. One of the easiest ways to get to it is to go to my online store, which is inkyhandswarmhearts.com. So, in my opinion, that's the quickest and easiest way to get to them. I actually have 3 different PDFs for paper piecing patterns. I have the one from 2023 Halloween projects. I have one from last year's Halloween projects. I just put this one together also. Hey Louise! You can order the patterns immediately. They're on my website. I'll show you in 1 second if you give me a second to finish talking about them. And then the Easter projects, if you did not get to see my Easter projects, I had Easter projects, and this is a PDF that I did after Easter project week. So if you've already purchased that one, you won't need it. But for those of you who have not gotten any Easter project patterns Halloween last year and Halloween this year, you will have access to those. I'm going to show you. I'm going to grab my phone so I can show you. All right, so if you go to my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com, when you get to it on your phone, you'll hit the little hamburger. On the computer, there's going to be a menu, and it's going to run across the top, and it's going to have names. And these will be the names. They'll be home, about me, calendar and classes, shop with me, and project PDFs. You're going to go to the project PDFs, and when you scroll down on the computer, there'll be 3 in a row side by side, but on the phone, obviously, they don't all fit side by side. So this one is the 2022 paper piecing patterns for Halloween, then the 2023 paper piecing patterns, and then the Easter ones. And you can purchase those by clicking on the links and purchase them individually. It takes between 24 to 48 hours because I physically have to send them to you. Make sure that the email that you choose when you buy the PDF is the email that you want them emailed to, because that's the only email I'm going to have access to. I use Square as my payment processor. Yeah, Sherry, that's the hamburger. That's what I call it. Because, see, there's the bun and then the meat in the middle. So that's where you'll find them. They are located on there. But if you're watching a video for my Halloween project, in the first comment I have linked the PDF for this year in every single video. Last year's videos, I only linked it on the videos that actually had the patterns. But you can locate them on my website. That's the fastest and easiest way, okay? And those are available for purchase there. That was something that I worked on since Saturday. And I have something else to announce that's kind of exciting. I am going to have an Inky Hands Crew membership. So it's going to start this week. And I'm going to try and explain it a little bit, but on my website, I will have a link to all the information. It is not live yet. You guys got to give me a little bit of time. But I will tell you basically what is included in the membership. So I wanted to find more ways to connect with you guys in a more personal way, and for you guys to experience the joy of being part of a community of like-minded stampers, because for me, there's so much joy in paper crafting, and I wanted to share my love of paper crafting with you. So with the Inky Hands Crew memberships, you'll receive additional inspiration and content that I don't share anywhere else. Fantastic, Louise. Glad you found it. You will also, and it doesn't matter if you are a customer of mine, a follower of mine, a YouTube subscriber, a demonstrator, or even if you live outside of the United States, the Inky Hands Crew memberships are created for all of those types of people. So this is how it's going to work. Every week, I pick a stamp set or bundle to focus on for that week of projects. And those of you who have been following me for a while already know that I do this. And I record a video every Sunday, and then I do a live stream on Tuesday nights at 8. And I also do one on Thursday afternoons at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. All three of those video card classes, if you will, are housed on my YouTube channel. So I'm also going to make 2 additional projects, and I post photos of those on my blogs, but they're never included with a video format, and they're never on my YouTube channel. So these 2 additional projects will be the ones that you'll be receiving as video tutorials straight to your inbox every Friday in an Inky Hands Crew exclusive newsletter. So the blog will still have a photo of the project, but there'll be no instructions, no dimensions, or video tutorial there. I'll have a photo of the video tutorial to guide people who are possibly interested in the membership, but the video will not be a live video link. It'll just be a photo of the video thumbnail. The blog, and then, so if you sign up, you'll receive detailed photos, you'll get video tutorial, includes dimensions straight to your inbox every single Friday. And so that'll be 2 projects every time. You'll get a minimum of 8 video tutorials a month. That's if we have 4 weeks. Some weeks, of course, we have 5, right? So then you would get an additional 2. In addition to those, twice monthly in your emailed newsletters from me, you'll receive challenges. One of them is going to be a card sketch, and the other is going to be a color challenge. And this is a great way to feed your creativity, to challenge yourself, and every month do something fun with the products that you already own or new ones that you choose to buy that month. And as bonus content, I'm also going to have fun, random, behind-the-scenes videos. I will do videos where I just talk with you guys directly. I'm going to call those In the Studio with Kelly. There'll be technique videos and other how-to videos, tips and tricks included in your newsletters, and those will happen periodically as bonus content. So for your membership, you'll get the 2 videos a week with dimensions and more detailed photos of the project, and you will have those challenges twice a month. With the challenges, I'm going to open a Facebook group that's going to be exclusive just for the membership people. And in there is where we will start uploading photos of the cards that we make with the challenges. And I will do giveaways in there for the members every month based on those who participate in those challenges. Does anybody have any questions? I think I answered most of everything. The price for the membership is going to be $7.99 a month, and it will be recurring until you cancel it. So you can cancel at any time. You'll only get the newsletters that you're active for with the links to those videos with the detailed photos and dimensions included. I will name them by the name of the stamp sets that we're doing each week, stamp set or bundle, so that you can always make a folder in your email and save your newsletter there. And then whenever you have that stamp set that you want to find a project for, you'll have easy access to find those. Oh, great, Sherry. Thank you. Yeah, I think it will be a lot of fun. I really want to build a community of people that like to do what I love to share. And I think it'll be a fun way for us to connect, because it won't matter if you're a hobby demo, if you run a business demo, if you don't purchase from me, you purchase from another demonstrator, you are just a YouTube subscriber, or if you live outside the United States. Obviously, if you live outside of the US, I cannot sell to you, but you can still support my my business in this way, and you'll have like a more personal way to connect with me and with others that like to do what we all like to do. Thank you, Louise. I appreciate that so much. All right, I'm going to move on from memberships. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you want to sign up for that, I need you to send me an email and let me know that you want to sign up. I'm still dealing with the credit card processor to figure out how we do the recurring payment on a monthly basis. So the first month will probably be an invoice. So that's why I need you to contact me if that's something that you're interested in. All right, virtual card making event. World Card Making Day is not this Saturday coming up, but the following Saturday, October 7th. And you can sign up, and it's free registration. And once you do that, you can have access to a fun evening on the East Coast. Anyway, it starts on our evening time, of projects that you can do. And there's 3 bundles that are included with those projects: Circle Sayings, Earth and Textures, and Heartfelt Hexagon. Heartfelt Hexagon is available exclusive. It's not in any catalog, and it's a really cute bundle. If you haven't gotten it, the item number for that is 162889, and let me know if you need any more information on World Card Making Day, and I will be happy to get you that information. All right, let me see. Online exclusives. We still have the online exclusives available, including the gorgeous One Host Orp and Slay 6x6 paper. You guys know that's like my favorite thing in the online exclusives. I love that paper. I think it's so beautiful. Okay, if you haven't signed up for Paper Pumpkin, Home for the Holiday is the kit that's coming. It starts from September 11th through October 10th to sign up, so just a couple more weeks. And when you do that, you'll get 8 card bases for each, 2 designs, coordinating envelopes, a real red Stampin' Spot, a little glitter glue happens to come in this particular one, and it also has a special box. Lots of die cuts, a stamp set, all the good stuff, and it will be for card making. If you have any questions on Paper Pumpkin, if you go to my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com, again, hit that little hamburger, or across the top it should say Shop With Me. You're going to click on that and go to Paper Pumpkin. Under my Shop With Me tab, that's where the Paper Pumpkin is located, and you can get lots of information on Paper Pumpkin there. Kits collection is always fun, and I'm going to talk about the 2 Christmas kits that are available right now. September 6th kit that came out is the Christmas Everywhere, where you can get really cute Christmas cards that include even palm trees and cactus decorated for the holidays. And then, of course, the festive tag kits, which is super cute. Hi, Deidre. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Melita. I just saw you pop in. So that festive tag kit is also really cute. You get 5 designs, 3 each. It's $13. And the Christmas Everywhere kit is 9 cards, 3 each, 3 designs for $21. This is what the tags look like when they're all done. They're actually quite large and really fun to make. All right, that's good for Kids Collection. Let's talk about the special release. This is an online exclusive. There's 5 different papers, and they're really cool. If you haven't checked those out, I have information on every single blog post on my website. If you scroll to the very bottom, there'll be photos of the paper and what it looks like and a description. All right, I guess that's everything. Anybody have any questions for me before I dive into our project? My email is Kelly, Kelli, at inkyhandswarmhearts.com. And if you guys like to send cards and want to send me a card, I will give you my address for that. I have been getting some cards and I want to show them to you guys also. Let me give you my email also. I'm going to write it down. Let me grab a scrap paper. There you go. That way you have a screenshot of it. Here's both my email and my address. So let me show you a few cards. I got some cards recently. I got this fun thank you card. My friend Lisa. I got this really fun card from my friend Kim. It's a little pop-up. Let's see what else I have over here. I have a little stack of them. I got this super awesome card from my friend Sherry. And it's a diamond. Isn't it pretty? Thank you for this card, Sherry. It's beautiful. I love this paper. It's so gorgeous. Let's see. What else have I gotten lately? I know I have more cards. I just have to find them. Here we go. My friend Gina sent me this card. And she also sent me this card. I'm trying to think if I have any more. I think I do. Let's see. Here's a card from my friend Rita. And there's another one from Rita. She sends me a couple cards. I don't know if I've shown these before, so I'm going to show them again just in case. And then one of the DDMs from Stampin' Up. I know you guys know that I am presenting at Onstage not next year, but for the next year's mini catalog, the January to April mini catalog at the online convention or Onstage. And so I dealt with 2 DDMs at Stampin' Up, and one of them sent me this in And this is with the note cards and envelopes from the Memories and More. So if you've never seen those into cards, they're really fun. And she did some fun stuff with them where she used some of the stickers as the words in what she had to say, which is super fun. And then Natalie White, who's also one of the DDM, sent me this card. And this is actually one of the sets that's going to be in the World Card Making Day, the Earth and Elements. This is the set that she used for that card, Natalie White. And then I got another card from Sherry. I don't know if I've shown this one or not, but I love it. It's so pretty. Look at how beautiful that little, that flower she used on there. Love it. I think that's all the cards I have at hand right now. And I hope that you guys enjoy seeing the cards that I get in the mail, because it's always fun to see somebody else's take on a stamp set, isn't it? And that's what I want to build in this community, where we can share lots of ideas and have lots of fun together. And I hope that you guys will join me and we can have fun together doing this. All right, let's talk about the stamp set that we will be using today. It's out of the annual catalog. And it's this stamp set right here. It's called Cottage Wreaths. And if you guys follow my website, my customer card this month was made with that bundle, the Cottage Wreaths Bundle. And I made a fall card. I also added the Bewitching hat there. And this is the card that if you place an order with me in the month of September, any size order, you get a card from me in the mail that I hand make. I also hand write you a note inside. And this card is the one that everybody's getting in September. So I was using this set and I made that fall fun card with the Halloween. And so I thought, well, I'll just use this set first the week after Halloween, because this set can be used for many holidays, not just fall. So there's dies that go with this set, and they are located on page 163. And there it is, Cottage Wreaths. And they're beautiful dies. I'll be showing you those in a few minutes. I already had done one video with this, and I made a fall card using the Pick-a-Patch, or the Pick of the Patch, sorry. I added that to the wreaths, and I showed you how to use the dies as inlaid die pieces. So that was a video that I have on the YouTube channel right now. It was Sunday's video. And then yesterday I did a card. There's no video for it. It will be one of the cards that you receive, one of the tutorials that you receive if you join the membership. And it's for this card right here. And this one's a thank you card. And this card is available with the membership. You'll get a video tutorial with instructions, detailed photos of the project. And this is one of the ones from this week that will come to your inbox on Friday if you join this week. All right. Also, I'm using a DSP today. The Countryside Inn, that blue and white gorgeous pack of paper. We're going to be using that today. And here is our card. So we're going to make an easel card. This is a traditional easel, but it's really fun and pretty, and everybody could always use a refresher making an easel card, right? So with this easel card, I have chosen to use the Cottage Wreaths Bundle, or the dies and stamp set. The dies are called Country Wreaths, and the stamp set is called Cottage Wreaths. And I've also paired it with scallop contour dies. You guys know I love my shapes. That was the shape I chose. And then for the sentiments, I chose Charming Sentiments stamp set, which is a good all-occasion stamp set. There are dies that go with this, but I did not use the dies on this particular project. So I'm going to go ahead and move these guys out of the way. I'm going to leave the dies out because I tend to talk about them and like to reference those. So I'm going to go ahead and open them and pull those out so I can talk about them with you. So this is our card, and it's an easel card, so it stands like this. And it's in all those pretty new blues. Boho Blue, Misty Moonlight, which was a returning color, and Night of Navy is my ribbon. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to teach you how to make this fun card. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wiggle the camera on you. My finger got caught on when I was reaching across. All right. So we're going to start with a couple pieces. We're going to start with Boho Blue, and we need 2 pieces for our actual card. This piece here is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 of Boho Blue, so just a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. Hi Cynthia, thanks for joining us. Thanks John for catching that she popped in with us. I miss seeing her. And then we need another piece of Boho Blue. This is 3 1/4 by 8 1/2, and it's gonna get scored. So I'm gonna show you where we're scoring. I've already scored it ahead of time because I just wasn't thinking when I was making it, but I'm gonna score it again with you. So we're gonna score it at 2 1/8 and at 4 1/4. Okay, so it's 3 1/4 this way, 8 1/2 long down the long side at 2 1/8, which is 1 tick mark past the 2, and 4 1/4, which is 2 tick marks past the 4. Yes, this is such a beautiful, I love the colors in this card. Thank you, Mima, I appreciate that. So let's go ahead and burnish. So this piece here is going to be our middle panel. This is going to be our back panel of our card. And this piece is going to be in the middle. So we're going to score in like this. Grab my bone folder. Okay. And then this piece is going to bend back. So you have to bend it a way that you're not expecting, okay? So that's what forms your easel. So you're going to fold the middle fold so that it folds it in half, and then this one you're going to fold it back towards itself, okay? Next, we're going to start with our 2 pieces of designer series paper. Gotta find them. They're in my baggie here. And these pieces of DSP are 1 1/4 by 4, and you need 2 of them. And those are going to get attached on both sides here on your back panel. So let me grab my silicone mat, and we're going to go ahead and attach those on there. I feel like I've been talking forever because I did a lot of talking when the video started. Hopefully I haven't bored you guys. All right. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me if you haven't yet. All right. For some reason, YouTube uses that in their algorithm, and they base it on how often they share the video. So I appreciate those of you who do that for me. All right, let's go ahead and attach this. This one's going to be attached on the left side of the card, and the 3 sides are where you want to make sure that you have an even amount showing on these 3 sides here. And then this one's going to go on the opposite side. I tell you, I could talk all day though. I mean, I'm a talker, so when I was in school, I used to get in trouble all the time from talking. My mom can tell you. I would get on my report card that I'm a good student, but I need to watch how much I talk. Okay, so that goes on this back piece. Okay, so now that we have that, we can go ahead and attach this layer on top. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and on this back side that doesn't have the score marks, we're going to go ahead and put our wet adhesive. Now when you put this one, you want to make sure that you look at where you're going. It's going to go all the way to the edge, not like the DSP, and all the way to the bottom edge. And you want to make sure that you're even on both sides. I just eyeball it because for me, if it's a millimeter off here or there, it doesn't bother me. But if you want to measure yours, you can. And then I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's nice and adhered to the base. So this is now our, see, now we have our card coming along here. Then I've used one of the scallop contour dies. I'm going to show you which one. It's the second one down from the outside. Roxanne. I know, it was so funny. I always used to get in trouble, but I mean, I couldn't help it. I like to talk. What can I say? Okay, and we're using this same piece of designer series paper, but because they're blue on the other side, we're flipping it over, and this is going to go on the inside of my shape. And there's a little border that goes all the way around inside that stitched area. So I'm going to give you the dimensions. This one has 1/8 and 1/16. So if you don't like those 1/16 and 1/8, just ignore this measurement. But it's officially 2 5/8 inch this way and 13 15/16 this way. And a 1/16, all it is one tiny little tick mark on your trimmer from 4 inches. So you're going to come down 1 into the 3 area, 1 tick, and that's 15/16. But that's how you get a really even border all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive on this pretty floral side, and we're going to have a more solid base for our wreath, okay? Oops. All right. Me and my glue. So we're going to add this one here, and it's going to go inside those little dots, and I'm just going to move it around till it's even and I have the same border all the way around. We'll use our roller again. All right, on to the next part. I used 10 inches of ribbon for our ribbon piece on our wreath, and I tied it into a bow. And I've already tied this one, so I didn't have to tie it on camera. But I tied it right on the roll. So let me show you the roll of ribbon. It is a really beautiful ribbon. It's Night of Navy bordered ribbon is the name of it. And it has that beautiful edging on both ends. And so what I do is when I tie it when it's on the roll, I just leave it attached. I make a bunny ear and a bunny ear, and then I cross them into an X. The one that's on top goes through the back into that loop right there. So it just goes in like that. I'm going to grab it from the front, and then I'm going to release this end that's still attached to my ribbon and just yank on there, and then you're just going to pull and pull until you get the ribbon exactly how you want it to look. And when you're happy with it, you just snip that end. So that's how I tie it right on the spool, and then I don't have to measure anything. But if you're measuring, it's a 10-inch length of ribbon. All right, so let's do a little stamping. Okay, I'm gonna move this over. We're gonna stamp 2 pieces of boho blue. One of them is gonna say wishing you everything wonderful on the larger piece, and the second one is for the inside. And it says, because you totally deserve it. So I used the sentiments out of Charming Sentiments. Here is the Wishing You Everything Wonderful, because you totally deserve it. I'm going to use Misty Moonlight. So our two blue colors of ink are Misty Moonlight and Boho Blue. Hopefully I'm in camera. I can't really see my camera. I think I have it a little high today. But we're going to use the Misty Moonlight for this. So let me grab my stamp. I'm going to bring you guys down just a little bit. Hopefully you won't get dizzy on me. But I need to see what you can see so that I can stamp in an area where you can see and I don't go out of camera. Alright, so I'm going to ink up my stamp here with Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to make sure that you guys can see what I can see. Alright. So right here, this piece is 1 1/4 by 2 5/8 of an inch. Okay. We're going to come here. We're going to look right across the top, center as best we can, as best as I can, because I can't really see what I'm stamping. I'm kind of stamping blind, so forgive me if I'm off. It is a little bit stiff where it can support itself. Hey, not bad. I'm going to try one more time, then. I'm going to do the other side, and we'll pick the best of both. I think I'm going to bring it down just a hair. How about right there? Let's see if that's better. I think I did it the exact same way. So I guess that's how it's staying. Let me clean. But it's not so stiff that it doesn't feel soft when you touch it. It's still soft, but because of the way that you have those stripes on both sides, you can really puff up the ribbon and it holds its own. You know, you can get it to, it's not wired or anything, but you can get it to kind of form a nice pretty bow. All right, let's stamp our smaller sentiment. And this one is going to say, because you deserve it. So we're going to ink that up in the same color. And hopefully this one I will do a better job of. Because you totally deserve it. Hey, not bad. I'll take that one. I'm not going to try for number 2. You're welcome, Deidre. All right, so when I stamped my wreath, I stamped in Boho Blue. Let me grab my wreath pieces. So here's the wreath. It comes with 2 different wreaths. You have this one that has all the leafy pieces, and then this one's that's kind of grapevine-ish. So I stamped my leafy wreath in Boho Blue. Let me grab a scrap paper for you guys. I'm going to show you. Somewhere I have one. Here we go. Just use that one. So in Boho Blue, I stamped this wreath, the bigger leafy wreath. Okay. Just like that. And you can see that the stamp itself has lights and darks built into it. You can see that there's some light pieces and some dark pieces right there. Okay. Next, I overstamped it in Misty Moonlight, which is our darker color, with the grapevine. Okay. So you're going to take this piece and you're just going to line it up and you're going to go right over the top. I don't think I inked it properly. Let me try that again. I think I did better this time. All right. So then you just go right over the top. And see how it forms that really beautiful wreath? It's such a beautiful stamp set. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for joining us. Where are you watching from? Me too, Roxanne. It is gorgeous. I mean, I'm a pink girl. Don't get me wrong. I love pink, but I love that boho blue. I'm not going to want it to go away when it's time for it to go away because I just love how it looks. It's such a beautiful color. And look at how beautiful that wreath is on that scrap there. So then what we're going to do is we would take the die, and there's two open dies. This is the inlaid die that I showed you guys on Sunday. These two open dies. The bigger one cuts out the big leafy, and the smaller one cuts out the grapevine. But if you've stamped both over the top of each other, you have to use the larger of the two. So what you're going to do is you're going to go around your wreath until you find this little piece. You see right there, it's rounded. It's like a rounded leaf. It looks like a teardrop almost. That is the one you're going to remember. There are none other on that wreath image that are rounded. That is the only rounded leaf, okay? So on your die, see this right here? It has like a rounded piece. That goes over the top of that teardrop or rounded leaf, okay? So you're gonna put that right over the top like that. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera, and you're gonna line up your other pieces, but that is where that's how you know what part of the wreath to put together. All right, just like that, and you're gonna, adjust it. I can't see it perfectly because it's raised up, but you're gonna line that up, and then you're gonna die cut that out. And so here's mine die cut out. And we're going to attach that onto our piece. But first, we have to attach our Wishing You Everything Wonderful so we know where that's going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and add my glue. And it's going to go down here at the bottom. And it matches exactly to the DSP, so you're going to cover the DSP up, okay? And then I'm going to give it a second so it doesn't wiggle on me and it's bonded. And then I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it grabs. So there's your piece. All right. Now we can put our wreath. So we're going to flip our wreath over. We're going to use some dimensionals. Finally, the dimensionals are coming out. And you know me, I don't use just one or two. I'm going to put 5 on this. All right. So there's my 5 dimensionals. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, which is always my tool of choice when I'm pulling backs off of dimensionals, unless they're super skinny pieces, and by then I have to use my fingers, but I try not to. They all get stuck on the end, and then you have that. So we're going to go ahead and line up our wreath however we think it looks best. Kind of like it like that. And we're going to attach that onto this portion, okay? And now we're going to attach this onto our easel, okay? It's going to cover this portion here, and it's going to stick out a little bit at the top. See? But in your envelope, you have enough room. Stampin' Up's envelopes are big enough. They don't go right up to the card, so you have wiggle room. You can go a little past your card. I really, really wanted to use this scallop. I really loved how it looked, and so I thought, you know what? I don't care if it goes a little bit past in the envelope. I'm okay with that. So we're going to attach this. Now, remember, we have our piece here. We cannot put glue here. If we put glue here, guess what's going to happen? It's not going to open, right? It's going to be glued flat. So we're only going to put adhesive on this bottom section. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue, and I'm going to add right there in the center. Remember, it's a scalloped edge, so only at the top does it not matter, but on the sides you don't want to go right to the edge because the scallops are going to show a little bit of that boho blue. So that should be good. And then I'm going to go ahead and close the card like this and lay my scallop contour die on there so that the bottom edge of scallops is even with my bottom of my card. And then I'm just going to press down. I'm going to use my wheel on this bottom section. All right. And I want you to see how there's a little bit of boho showing right there on the edges on both sides. So that's why you don't want the glue to go all the way to the edge. All right. So now we have that little score mark, and I'm definitely going to give it a press there if there is no glue on this part because we only put it on our easel. Okay, so now we're going to do the inside. So for the inside of the card, we have a piece of basic white, and this is 3 by 4 inches, and we're going to go ahead and attach that right inside like so. Do any of you own the Cottage Wreath Bundle? I think it's such a beautiful stamp set and set of dies. I like the versatility. I like stamp sets that you can do lots of different things with. And in this particular set, you can make, see, this card has nothing to do with Christmas, nothing to do with any holiday at all. It's just an everything kind of card. But you can make it Christmas, you can make it fall, you can make it Halloween when I added that witch's hat to it. So it has so much versatility. It's such a beautiful, you have it, Lou? Yeah, this is a great little bundle, and I'm glad that somebody has it. Okay, so next we're going to attach our Because You Totally Deserve It. So I'm going to move these dies out of the way. We're kind of done with me explaining them, and you can see it's a really large die set. Tons of dies come on there. I think it's quite a good little set. All right, put this one away. All right, so let me show you our finished card. So when I flip open, there's where the sentiment is. So it's going to have some dimensionals on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and put the dimensionals first. I like to put them fairly straight with the straight side of the dimensional parallel to the edges of my card stock, okay? See, the points are on these edges, but I like them on the long edge to have that straight piece. And what we're going to do next is we're going to pull this card up, and you're going to put and hold it where you want it to stand, how high you want your easel piece to stand. If you want it lower, you put it here. If you want it higher, you put it there. It depends on how much you want to show is where you're going to put your easel piece. So I'm going to hold that, and I'm going to look and see. I think right there is really good for me. So I'm going to hold my piece at that point. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. Actually, I'm going to take the backs off, and then I'm going to hold my piece. All right. Have to be ready to stick. Okay, so now I'm going to hold my piece in place, and when I'm happy with where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and move that out of the way, and we will attach our piece, but make sure that it's straight. I'm going to have to hold this up so I can see what I'm doing because I don't want it to be crooked. And when I'm far back from it, you kind of get that little angle, but all right, I think I'm good now. We'll go ahead and press that into place because you totally deserve it. And then this will hook right there as the easel comes down. And what I want to do inside is I want to go ahead and stamp in boho blue. I'm going to stamp this leaf that's part of the stamp set. I'll show it to you in a second. We're going to add that gonna move this sideways so I can see. Right there. Isn't that pretty? And again, it has some variation. I love that. That turned out fantastic. Okay. Now comes our ribbon and our embellishments. So for the ribbon, I'm just going to use a glue dot. I'm actually going to use two. I have to figure out which side of the ribbon I want up. And it usually depends on how it looks when I look at it. If I like this side better or this side better, I think I like this one. So I'm going to put my adhesive on this back end. So I'm going to put 2 mini glue dots on the knot of the ribbon side by side. Okay. Don't stick to my finger. Okay. And then we're going to add that to the top of our wreath. I'm going to press that into place, just like that. And then for the embellishments, we are going to use the Tinsel Gems 3-pack. I had to look at the name real quick because I couldn't remember if it was the 3-pack or the 4-pack. I guess I would have known if I opened it. So you have blue, purple, and green. Or of course, we're going to use the blue ones. And we're going to put 3 of these little gems on our wreath. So I'm going to make sure the putty is ready to pick up. And I'm going to do 3 of the large. There's 2 sizes. So I'm going to put 1 here, just wherever I feel that they best will fit around the ribbon. Let's grab this one. Come on. And put that one right there. So total monochromatic card with lots of shades of blue. Yeah, the bow is really pretty in this bundle as well. You're right, Roxanne. I'm going to show you that as well now that Roxanne brought it up. But let me grab a sip of water because I'm really thirsty. All right. So there's our card. So in this Cottage Wreaths and Country Wreath die, you have this bow right here. And the die cuts out that stamped bow. But there's also a bow that you can die cut from cardstock. And that's the one that I did on my Halloween card here. I added it to the hat. I also used it on the card that I did on Sunday. So that is really pretty. But on yesterday's card, that will be one of the video tutorials for the membership group. Here is the stamped bow that has been die cut out. So you can see there's 2 different ways to do the bow, or you can tie a bow out of ribbon and add it to your card as well. So again, we used Cottage Wreaths, Country Wreaths dies. Oops, wrong one. Where's my scallop contour? What did I do with them? Oh, here in the front. Sorry. That's what I get for going in my basket. Scallop contour dies, and then Charming Sentiments. So those are the products, the main products, of course, that I used. And here's our 2 cards. I'll put this one up, and we'll have one flat. What do you guys think of this project? I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you, Deidre. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Does anybody have any questions for me? I'd be happy to answer them if you do. If you have any other questions about the membership, you can send me an email. Also, if you're ready to sign up for the membership, you can send me an email. The email is kelly@inkyhandswarmhearts.com. I will have information up on my blog shortly as soon as I get all the finalized information from my credit card processing company. And there'll be links there to directly sign up. But if you want in on this very first inaugural week of the membership, you need to email me and I will send you an invoice to get started, and then we'll get you on the membership monthly rotating, where you'll get the 2 videos every week, the 2 sketches every month, and have access to the group where we'll have giveaways and bonus content with other videos sprinkled throughout the month. Alright guys, I guess that's it. I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks, Maleda. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I didn't know you were here. So happy that you said hi. It's my pleasure, and I will see you guys next time. Again, this is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!